Jayson Stark hanging with us on a Friday in April, brought trivia. Life is good. Welcome on back. Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning.
Tell me your trivia involves Miguel Cabrera.
Of course it does.
Let's go. What do you got?
I'm smarter than I look. Just felt like that was the timing. So let's look at this one. Miguel Cabrera, 502 career homers, 310 career average, which makes him the only active member of the 500-300 club. So the question is, name the only 3 active hitters who are even in the 300 clubs. So that's 300 homers, 300 average. The game is easy to play, Lauren.
Oh, is it? I hear D-Row and Robert going.
They're hiding.
Trying
definitely.
to figure it out. No Googling over there, okay? We were watching yesterday afternoon, glued to the screen. Don't even eat when Miguel Cabrera comes to the plate. We're waiting on 3,000. You are as well. But you're also waiting on something else. What is it?
Well, I think this reflects a little bit on why do we care about round numbers? Why do we care about a number like 3,000 hits? And I think it's because it gives us a great opportunity to appreciate the player who is reaching the round number. And so in Miguel Cabrera's case, it's not just 3,000. It's combining 3,000 hits with all these other amazing career accomplishments. And I thought it'd be fun just to run through a few of them. 500 homers, 3,000 hits, 600 doubles. How about that one? That is a pretty good group. We're talking Hank Aaron, Albert Pujols, and then Miggy will be in that group. You like that? I think that'll work, huh?
Crazy side by side.
Okay.
The person the company keeps, right?
Yeah, and there's more where this came from. 3,000 hits, 500 homers, and a 300 average. This one gets really special. I think you'll have heard of this class. How about Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, and Miguel Cabrera joining the fun? Aaron, Mays, Miggy. Would you say Miggy's a pretty good player? I think so. Here's another one I thought was really fun. 3,000 hits, 500 homers, and multiple home run titles and batting titles. Who has done that? It's just Miggy and a guy named Henry Aaron.
That's crazy.
How about that? So one more. 3,500 and a triple crown. Oh, there. You see that guy, Hank Aaron? He was pretty good, right? But here's something that Miggy has done that none of these other names have done. 3,000 hits, 500 homers, and a triple crown. You know who will be in that club when he gets to 3,000 hits?
Tell me.
Just Miguel Cabrera.
Incredible.
Pretty
we were
good.
talking about Nolan Arenado the other day, saying he's 1,600 and some hits away. And when you put it in perspective like that, it's crazy to see. They have a series at home against the Rockies starting today. We're talking numbers. I present you ready? 158 and 141. How are they significant to Shohei Ohtani?
Okay, well, those are his OPS plus and ERA plus from last year. So let's put that in perspective. Better OPS plus as a hitter, well, let's go ERA plus. Better ERA plus as a pitcher, because we're seeing him pitch, than Gerrit Cole or Charlie Morton, same as Justin Bieber. Shane Bieber would be a better choice. Or as a hitter, better OPS plus than Freddie Freeman. And Lauren, let me remind you, he's one person. He is a real person. So the question I started to reflect on was, is it possible he could do this again? And I think so. And he's been this kind of hitter from the moment he stepped into the big leagues, and he just gets better as a pitcher. But here's the final tip-off. Major League Baseball wants him to do it because they just changed the rules of baseball for him. Only for him. We have a Shohei Ohtani rule. Now, I mean, start thinking about who in history have they changed the rules for? Bob Gibson, right? Lowered the mound because of Bob Gibson. In basketball, Wilt Chamberlain. They widened the lane because of Wilt Chamberlain. And now we have changed the rules of baseball so Shohei Ohtani can leave the mound and keep on batting. I think this tells you he's pretty special.
Wow, we want to see greatness. That's why he made history last start before he even went to the mound for what he did at the plate. So much fun to watch. Whenever we talk to Juan Soto, he talks about a few things. Plate discipline, how he wants the baseball to travel deeper so he can hit it. And what do you see when you watch him? What makes him so special?
Well, the magic number I'm looking at is 500 because he had over a 500 on-base percentage last year in his final 97 games of the season. And so here's the question I'll ask you. Do you think he could have a 500 on base for an entire season? Like, my first instinct was, no, that's not possible. The last National League hitter to do this who was not named Barry Bonds was Rogers Hornsby 98 years ago.
So
but
what's
look
your
at the
answer?
list.
What's your answer?
Right,
Yes
Ruth
or
and
no?
Hornsby, Williams and Bonds. I think yes, though, because think about it. It's the perfect storm. Best hitter in baseball, guy who chases the least of anybody in baseball, correct? And a lineup where why would you pitch to him? I mean, you're seeing these are his numbers, raw numbers for the year, quote unquote, only a 448 on base. But there's something else interesting, Lauren, and that is I'm looking for signs that teams don't want to pitch to him. Here are a couple numbers. The percentage of pitches thrown to him in the strike zone this year, only 33.7% of every pitch thrown to him. And the first pitch strike percentage, 41.8%. It's the lowest first pitch strike percentage seen by any hitter in the league. And we only have data on this stuff going back 20 years. I went and looked. The only, of course I did, the only hitter who compares to this in those 20 years is Barry Bonds, 2004. You know what his on-base percentage was that year? Not just 500. How about 609?
Off the top of my head. All your notes, you didn't look at them once.
They're all rhetorical questions.
Jeez, we want our next contract negotiations to go like Juan Soto. Jayson Stark, trivia question, let's answer it. Wait, gentlemen, do you have any answers before?
No, not really.
It's the 300, 300
I got
club.
an idea.
300 homers, 300 average. Come on, D-Row, you can do this.
I'm going to throw one out that I think I'm right. Joey Votto.
Joey Votto is correct.
Okay. Then I'll let the other ones breathe on social.
AKA doesn't
Boy, you
know.
guys aren't checking Twitter. They're all cheating out there. All right, we'll give you the answer. Mike Trout would be an answer. That's a good one.
Look at Robbie.
Robbie Cano.
Wow.
Remember him?
Pretty darn good. Hashtag MLB Central to answer all of Jayson Stark's trivia questions.